And so to, further support the argument, G, I really want to make it clear. Ain't no motherfucking capping me. All right, so now we get to Genesis 2, G. Heaven and earth were finished down to the last detail. Okay? And by the seventh day, God has finished his work. On the seventh day, he rested from all his work. God blessed the seventh day. He made it a holy day because on that day, he rested from his work, all the creating God had done. This is the story of how it all started, of heaven and earth, when they were created. Now, who is the they? Those that were made in the image and likeness of God, that male and female. Let us make them human beings. Now, this is what the humans did, okay? I should say those likeness of gods did. They said, and at the time, God made heaven and earth before any grasses or shrubs had sprouted from the ground. God hadn't yet sent rain on earth, nor was there anyone around to do work on the ground. The whole earth was watered by underground springs. God formed man out of dirt from the ground and blew in his nostrils the breath of life. Man came alive, a living soul. Then God planted the garden, Then Adam got his job. He commanded the man what he could do, what he can't do, Then God put the man in a deep sleep. As he slept, he removed his rib and replaced it with flesh. God then used the rib that he had taken from the man to make woman and presented her to man. The man said, finally, bone of my bone, flesh of my flesh, name her woman, for she was made from man. Therefore, a man leaves his father and mother, embraces his wife. They become one flesh. That's their child. The two of them, the man and his wife, were naked, but they felt no shame. Now, let's remember at the beginning, heaven and earth were finished down to the last detail. And by the seventh day, God had finished his work. So the God that created the male and the female, them that would have dominion over all of these things, finished all his work on the seventh day. He rested from all his work. God blessed the seventh day. He made it a holy day because on that day, he rested from his work and all the creating God had done. And this is the story of how it all started, of heaven and earth, when they were created. Who were the they? You want to go back to 1 and 26 again, my friends? Let us make human beings in our image, make them reflections of our nature. Who is the our, my friend? The great God of all created a God in his image and likeness, who then created man out the ground. So when I say on levels of 3, when it was in our image, well, that's why I say before anything you talking about could ever be. I was G. I'm gonna be. Was, is, always see. Before the word was spoken, G, to call light into being, before light actually came into being, where you being? This motherfucker planet, G. But as above, so below. And there was something that happened before all that though. Now, that's the part I come from. So when you talking, bro, you talking to somebody who truly know. Not somebody who think and feel, G. Not somebody who want to believe because it's what somebody told me. First-hand knowledge, B. And you ain't going to take me on no elementary ride when I know the author and the finisher personally. Come on, and come the fuck on.